in terms of promotions, definitely GCW. They're like,
Oh,
because I mean, in terms of like American independence, GCW are probably at the top right now. Like they're
yeah,
killing it.
yeah.
Um,
They had an incredible growth.
yeah. And a lot of that was through the pandemic as well. So like,
Yeah,
shout out GCW.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, and in terms of guys I want to wrestle, obviously Alex Zayne. Um, he's called me out. I'm calling him out. To get that match would be insane.
Today's guest of the Last Minute Wrestling podcast is Joe Lando, just Joe Lando, as his Twitter handle is. Hi, Joe, how you doing?
I'm all right, man. Yeah, all good. How are you?
Yeah, fine. This side of the pond, is it really the pond between Italy and the UK? I don't know, but this side of the microphone is everything okay. So, Joe, I had not one but two of my guests that I had here on the show talking about you. And it was they were like Speedball Mike Bailey and Alex Zayne.
Oh,
They both said
lovely.
that they want to face you. What do you do that you that you gathered their attention? That's big. That's big time news.
That is big time. I didn't know the Speedball one actually. That's really cool. I need to watch that. I saw the Alex Zayne one. Like both those guys are insane. Like genuine dream matches for me. Like in fact I wrote a list like the other week, and
Yeah,
both of their names are on it. So that's super cool.
that's that.
Like yeah, like Speedball. Like I watched him in PWG and stuff. So like that would be insane. Like it's insane the fact he wants to work me. Because like
Yeah.
like 15-year-old me was like marking out for his stuff in PWG. So the fact that he's saying my name is mind blowing. Same goes for Alex Zayne as well. Like I've been following his stuff for a while. So the fact he wants that match, like it's honestly, it's lovely.
Yeah, they're both super cool, and both of them actually said your name just off the top of their head. It was like, yeah, from the UK. Oh, Joe Lando. I want to
That's
face that guy.
nice. That's really nice.
Fuck. Actually, that's how I get to know your work. I didn't. I never heard of your name before talking. It was Speedball, the first one that mentioned your name to me, and I did
Right.
some research. You do some flippy shit, aren't you?
Yeah, just a bit.
just a little bit, but you come out with a lot of new flipping new moves. How did they came to be? Do you, I don't know, do you dream of it at night or something like that?
Yeah, sometimes. Like I think the main factor for it was lockdown. Like I genuinely had nothing else to do. No one had anything else to do.
Yeah.
I had a ring in my garden, or have a ring in my garden, and it's like just like it really helped pass the time. It kept me sane.
Yeah.
It also helped grow a fan base. But I feel I grew more of a fan base in lockdown when there was no wrestling than I had done for the previous 3 years before lockdown. So it was a blessing in disguise, I guess, because when there was no wrestling in the rest of the world, I was still able to put out content. So I was kind of like what's hot on the scene. So like that was super cool. But yeah, like some of the ideas, I came up with, in the shower, when I'm trying to get to bed at night and I can't sleep, like just sometimes I can just be, at work or just walking down the street and something will click and I'll go, right, I have to try that.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I had to open up my notes and start writing stuff down just so I don't forget. But yeah.
Yeah. Is there like someone that inspires you to do this kind of moves? Because I see you like a little bit of John Morrison, perhaps. He has this unorthodox flippy style. I don't say flippy as an insult, by the way. It was just to so we can understand each other better. I can see some influence of him and other high flyers. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, for sure. Like I grew up just idolizing high flying wrestling. So John Morrison was one of those guys. But in recent times, a lot of my inspiration has actually come from backyard wrestling because there's like not everyone in backyard went pro, and there's so much it's like so many undiscovered moves that have been done in backyard but never in pro.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to tap into some of that. So yeah, like back on like a lot of my inspiration does come from backyard wrestling. So.
And how difficult is it to pull off some of the moves that you do? I mean, not only just the moves, but I imagine even when you discuss it with your opponents, like there must be someone who say, "No, I'm not gonna take that. That's too risky," or something like that.
No, everyone's pretty sound about it. They trust me because they trust me because I'm good at what I do. Which is the flippy shit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, it's tough. Like a lot of the time, it's me doubting myself about it. Like most people are up for it. Like it is really hard to get down. A lot of the stuff, especially the stuff I posted in lockdown, was like springing on the ropes, and like I find that stuff really difficult. So like some clips would genuinely take like 50 attempts.
Oh yeah.
Like the flip I could nail every time. It's the bouncing on the ropes that I kept slipping or not making it. So that was the real killer. So like there's a lot of stuff I've done and I've posted that I haven't done or will never do on shows because I might slip. Like I don't have it consistently. So I mean maybe if I really put my mind to it and focused on like one specific springboard thing, I could get it. But I'm happy with what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah, that's so cool. And lately, you had a few big matches since the UK in this scene started opening up again. Is there like some match that you think is worth mentioning, or maybe something that we can go and check it out on YouTube?
Yeah, for me, not only the biggest match for me since wrestling's returned, but it was genuinely the biggest match of my career. It was a triple threat between myself, Kid Lycos, and Dean Allmark. And they're two like veterans of Brit Rest, and it was insane to be in the same ring as them, because especially with Kid Lycos, because he's like, everyone kind of has like their guy they look up to on the scene, and like for me in British wrestling, Kid Lycos is that guy, and he has been for the past few years.
Yeah.
So
and he had retired, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like he'd retired a couple of years ago, and that's I thought like, oh, like I'll never get that match. Like that's kind of done. So the fact that not only he came back, like as a fan, I was excited about, but the fact I actually got to wrestle him as well and pin him.
Yeah.
That like it's insane. Like I don't want to say dream come true as cringe as that is, but it was a real big moment for me. And obviously Dean Allmark, just not only a veteran of this scene, but a veteran in wrestling. Like he's been wrestling since before I was born. He's been all around the world. So to be in the ring with him and like hang with those guys, like honestly, so sick.
Yeah. Even because you've been around a few years now, but you're still super young. If you want to introduce yourself to the people that may not have heard about you, tell them how obscenely young you are still.
I'm 21 years old. I've been wrestling. I've been training since I was 16. I've been on a show since I was 17. So like, and obviously that was like last year, 2020. I didn't really wrestle much. So I'm kind of like a year down anyway. So I've only been wrestling like in total like 4 years realistically.
Yeah.
Because we don't count last year. It makes it sound more impressive as well. I've had matches. I've worked like 30 promotions now. I've wrestled like all over England. I've wrestled in Italy. I've wrestled in France. Next month, I'm making my debut in Spain.
Oh, whereabouts?
Barcelona.
Barcelona, okay.
For LLB, Lucha Libre.
Oh, Lucha Libre Barcelona. Okay. I've heard of it. They have a partnership with an Italian promotion, I think. With
nice.
IWA, yeah. Where have you been in Italy?
I wrestled for TG's FCW.
Okay.
Big up FCW. And I wrestled 2 or 3 times for Rising Sun as well.
Okay. Fabio, my friend. He's been a guest here on the show. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, I love Fabio.
Great guy.
Also Acuna.
Oh, really?
Big Arsenal fan is Fabio. Yeah.
No idea about that. As we said before we started recording this conversation, I have absolutely no clue about football. So which is unheard of in Italy. Like I don't know. Do you know anybody in England that doesn't know about football? I don't think so.
No, it's huge here. It's
huge.
I
know in Italy as well. So I'm one of the few that really doesn't take into account football. Anyway, this is not a football podcast, for God's sake. This is a wrestling podcast. So a few years back, when you started training in wrestling, it was like the golden age of British wrestling. And from that period of time, that many people had many opportunities to go overseas, to go to the United States, to Japan, and that's happened in a relatively short period of time, like 2 or 3 years. Since now, hopefully, fingers crossed, if things will open up again after a couple of years of stop. And where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
That's a mad question.
Oh, the worst question ever.
But yeah, to go back to what you said, like when I first started training, like British independent wrestling was really booming, like 2016, 2017.
Absolutely.
Like it was huge. And that was insanely motivating, you know, at the time, as you know, a 16, 17-year-old kid, you know, trying to break into the business. That was insanely motivating, especially like one of my best friends, Maverick Mayhew, who's also the same age as me, was doing stuff for Progress. He wrestled Wembley with Progress.
Oh,
and it was like, to see someone my age doing that was, you know, insanely motivating.
Yeah.
Obviously, unfortunately, the pandemic had other plans in its, and obviously events that happened during the pandemic within British wrestling.
Yeah.
It's halted a lot of that momentum, if not all of it. So now we're in like a weird rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
So it's tough, but it's also good to kind of be considered one of the guys rebuilding it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've been on a lot of shows lately, and I'm one of those young up and coming talents that's, you know, trying to rebuild this team with my friends, like me, Maverick, Danny Black, Callum, like like together we're all on shows up and down the country. So yeah, it's cool to be considered those guys. And as for where I see myself, was it within the next 5 years?
2 or 3. Let's keep it.
2 or 3.
Straight.
Oh, okay. I want to be on more of the bigger shows here. So obviously shows like Progress and Rev Pro.
Yeah.
I made my debut for Rev Pro in August. So hopefully I'll get some more shows there. So it's a start. Obviously Danny Black's been killing it in Progress. He's a very close friend of mine. Hopefully I'll get to tap into the Progress scene soon. And but my main goal, my main focus is making it to America. For at least one booking. I would love that. That's kind of my goal for next year specifically. And you know, within 2 or 3, hopefully there's many more shows in America.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be great. It's not easy to be booked if you're from outside of the United States because of the visa issues and stuff like that. But
well, with that, I was actually born in America originally, so I have an American passport.
Okay, there you go. What are you waiting for? Get the first ticket to.
I'm waiting for a booking.
Oh well, that makes things much easier. That's a great opportunity for you. Where would you like to work in the United States?
I mean,
you can say whatever you want. Is not just the name of a promotion, even a venue or a person or someone. Just some places that you would like to wrestle.
In terms of promotions, definitely GCW. They're like, because I mean, in terms of like American independence, GCW are probably at the top right now. Like they're killing it.
Yeah, they had an incredible growth.
Yeah. And a lot of that was through the pandemic as well. So like, shout out GCW.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in terms of guys I want to wrestle, obviously Alex Zayne. You know, he's called me out. I'm calling him out. To get that match would be insane. And there's just loads of guys. Like now Blake Christian is also a free agent again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that match would be lovely. Just anywhere and everywhere in America. I really want to wrestle over America. Yeah,
that would be great. I can see you two or you three even with Blake mix up really well. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So you said your next booking is in Spain, or at least you have to travel to Spain next month for a few bookings. Anything planning up for the new year?
No, to be honest, it's quite a slow end to the year, which I'm fine with. Like,
okay,
I've done more than I expected to since wrestling's returned, and I'm so proud of everything I've done this year. So I'm kind of closing out the year quiet, but I'm hoping when next year starts off, I'll be hot straight off the bat, like January all the way to December. Like it's going to be a sick year next year. But yeah, upcoming dates, I've got BWR in a couple weeks. That's a tournament actually, so hopefully I'll have a few matches and win the whole thing. Then I've got the following week, I've got RCWA against Kelly Six. Kelly Six was also on my list of people to wrestle, and I got to wrestle him 2 days ago.
Whoa!
And that match was sick. Yeah, that match was so good. Like the chemistry we had was amazing. There will be clips and music videos dropping soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that because it was a banger. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing the rematch at RCWA. And yeah, obviously, I think to close the year, I've got the show in Barcelona, and I believe I'm against Joey Sky, which is one of their talents. So that'll be a good matchup. Okay.
Is there anyone in the UK that you would like to face that you still didn't have the chance to?
This is where I leave people out. Yeah. Again, I'm very much like anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
But there are people on my list. I mentioned earlier Kid Lycos was like my guy.
Yeah.
And I've wrestled him in a triple threat. To get him in a singles match, that would be amazing. As well as Kid Lycos 2. To wrestle him in a singles match would be amazing because that's never happened before. Me and Maverick Mayhew have done every possible match, like every possible combination of match, like ever, apart from a singles match. We've tagged together. We've tagged together in 6-mans. We've wrestled on opposing tag teams. We've wrestled in triple threats, fatal 4-ways, fatal 5-ways, and like rumbles, like everything apart from an actual singles match. Yeah. So to wrestle him in a singles match would be the best. Nino as well, Nino Bryan, he's killing it. He just had a sick match with Maverick at Rumble. It was a British rounds match, like proper old school. It was like proper old school rules, but they added the modern twist on it. So that was amazing. I recommend checking that out. It's just dropped on YouTube. Cheap plug. Joe Wade as well. I really want to wrestle Joe Wade. Just all my friends. There's definitely people I've left out. But to name a few, those are the guys.
Yeah, but you named quite a few, so yeah, there's still a pretty consistent list. And Joe, I've seen that you have like a pretty colorful attire that you're using so far. Is that like something that you came up with, or maybe you work with some artists or stuff like that?
Yeah, and he'll love this. The guy who designed my gear was actually Danny Black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I came to him because he gets his like ring gear made by Anarco. Anarco is a wrestler. He's actually, I think, living in Spain at the moment and wrestling for Lucha Libre Barcelona.
It's from Chile, right? Yeah. I
He's
think I think I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah.
yeah, so like sick wrestler and amazing gear maker.
Yeah.
So definitely check out Anarko's stuff, both of his stuff. Yeah, so Danny gets his stuff made by him. I messaged Danny saying, look, I want to go to him. I have no clue what to get. Like I'm rubbish with ideas for ring gear. All my ideas are spent on thinking of flips.
Yeah.
So the theme of my gear, it's got like a gator print on it, and like on, because I said I was born in America. I was born in Orlando.
Okay.
And they're known for having lots of alligators.
Yeah, of course.
So that's kind of where the alligator theme comes from. Yeah, so on the knee pad, it's got like the state flag of Florida, but in the middle of the circle, it's got like an alligator eye.
Okay.
And then it's got the alligator teeth on the kick pad, and it's just like loads of like alligator or Orlando themed things, and that's like all credit to Danny Black. Like he thought of that all.
Yeah, Orlando. I can't think of a particular promotion that is from Orlando. Someone that starts with an N or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Do you perhaps do you dream of going there to work one day or something like that?
I mean, it really would be things coming full circle. So, yeah, like that would be a dream. But we'll leave that one as a dream for now.
Yeah, let's give it time. Let's give it time. You don't have to hurry. Listen, is there like I don't want to say a dream match, because I guess there are so many dream matches for you, but like a particular style which you think you mesh up with pretty well. I mean, you're obviously an high flyer, as we stated before. Do you prefer to work with other high flyer or brawlers or stuff like that?
Yeah, I think I work best with other high flyers. So like it's just, the match is just 100 from the get-go, and it doesn't stop. I love that style. As well, I also love wrestling against bigger guys, because like they can just throw me around and we can do some real cool things, and then it also gives the match a chance to breathe, and like it can really slow down. So it's a nice change of pace. Those are my two like preferred matches. So like polar opposites, really. It's either really big guys or really flippy guys. However, matches I like to do more of a like with more technical guys, because I really need to up that part of my game. And the best way to improve at that is actually get in there,
get in the ring
who's really good at it. And just try it. So yeah,
I'm sure Speedball Mike Bailey will like chop off many pounds from you with his kicks if you ever tangle with him.
I don't doubt it for a second.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure. Joe, like plug all that you have to plug. Where can we find you? How can we support Joe Lando? If you have like some merch, plug it in.
Cool. I'm at just Joe Lando on everything. So that's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok as well. You can find me Joe Lando on Facebook, just Joe Lando on YouTube as well. If you type that in, I've got t-shirts out at the moment. That's justjoelando.bigcartel.com, which is in the link of all my bios. So like everything's easy to find. I make sure I'm very accessible. So yeah, that's my plugs.
Yeah, perfect. And you want to tell me a little bit, because maybe people aren't watching this, they are listening to this. So tell everybody which t-shirt are you wearing at the moment.
At the moment, I'm wearing an Arsenal third kit from like 2 seasons back. It's navy with yellow. It looks super sick. It fits me really tight, so I'd probably need to get the size up, but I'm still making the most of it.
Thank you very much for that, Joe. This has been a fun chat, and hit me up when you come back to wrestle for Fabio, okay?
Yeah, for sure, man.
If you ever,
I need to hit Fabio up. You've reminded me. I need to do that because I want to wrestle for Rising Sun again next year.
Yeah, Fabio, call Joe. I know you're listening right now.
Fabio.
So call him.
Do it. Just for the shirt alone. Do it.
Yeah, just for the shirt. Yeah, just because of it. Yeah, Joe, thank you very much, and best of luck with everything you have planned out at the moment for your future in pro wrestling.
Lovely. Thank you very much, mate.
Yeah. Ciao.
Ciao.